Good morning, everybody. My name is the Sober Boys Wale Fatse. We are back again. I know that you are not used to us giving you the stories on Wednesday morning, but this time we had to do it because it is buzzing at Man United. Things are happening. You know, soccer teams, once they lose, things go haywire. So at Man United, so many things are happening there. There is a rumor that Solskjaer will be sacked. There is a rumor that the management, they're already talking. And then listen to me, I'm saying rumor. I'm not saying facts. Rumor, but these are reliable sources. English media, we are following those guys and listen to them. There are people who are saying the management have already identified Conte and Zinedine Zidane. But the problem that they have is this. Zinedine Zidane apparently made a remark about Ferguson, all right? A remark that is related to Ferguson. Apparently was saying here at Real Madrid, the way I do things, but I'm not gonna do things. I love Real Madrid. I want to be here, but it's not gonna be like, I may not quote it verbatimly or exact. I'm not gonna be like Ferguson, the way it happened at Man United. Now, having said that, remember Ferguson still have a big influence at Man U, right? So people are a little bit doubtful that what's going to happen? Are they going to take it? All right? That's one problem. The second problem, they say after the game with Liverpool, the players were arguing among themselves. There was no order. So Ole was trying to calm the players, but players apparently they were not willing to listen. And one of the players apparently who was engaged in that verbal match with him was Bruno Fernandes. The reason being, Bruno said he wanted to go deep and collect the ball. And apparently Ole did not want that to happen. All right? So they say it was a commotion in the dressing room. They say the person who brought order was Cristiano Ronaldo. They say he made just one way to say, are you ashamed of yourself? Meaning the player. Are you ashamed? All right. To say, I mean, remember when they go to halftime, they were 4-0 down. So Ronaldo was saying, are you ashamed of yourself? Are you not ashamed of yourself? And what happened, apparently the players seems to be listening to him. And according to the rumors, they were saying the players were pleading with Ronaldo to play a better role, a bigger role, not just a player, but Ronaldo should be the buffer between them and the coaching staff. Now, along the mist, it is rumored that Ronaldo has suggested that Man U should hire Zinedine Zidane. But I've already indicated to you that the problem with Zinedine Zidane is that problem that I told you that the comments that he made, which are somehow linked to Alex Ferguson, and Alex Ferguson has influence. The player called Murphy, who used to play for Man United. He said what I said yesterday, guys, yesterday morning, that the bringing of Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, it was a disaster because how do you expect Cristiano Ronaldo, who was better than Ole, remember, was a star than Ole. Now, this time, Ole is coaching him. How do you expect Cristiano Ronaldo to listen to Ole? One. Secondly, The players, for instance, players like the young man who's playing up front, who idolize. One of them is Lingard and so on. Listen to Ole when they know that Cristiano Ronaldo had a better pedigree. I don't know. Those are some of. So Murphy said that the bringing in of Ronaldo was a disaster in its own making. So I was just giving you the background of what's happening at Man U. Now they say that the Glazer brothers, they have a feeling that they don't think that they are going to sack Ole because they are using what happened in the past. They said we brought Mourinho. We never got what we want. We brought Van Gaal. We never got what we want. We bought Moyes. All right. They said this thing of firing coaches is not good. They believe that let's allow him to continue and finish the season. So those are the rumors in England. I don't know whether you guys have picked up any rumors. I just wanted to share the rumors first before we can talk. What's our thing? Tepang, there's any rumor that we picked up? And
yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Shabalala, and to you, Mr. Shakes, and to the viewers out there. It has been spotted that Ole was training today. Actually, he was training with the team today, and also while the board of directors had a meeting by the stadium, but he was in training today. He completed the training with the players, and the players, based on what I heard, that they actually received them quite well. And Pogba also took out a statement saying that they shouldn't blame themselves, but they should get the results and get the job done. That they should move on. It's a game that's past now, but they shouldn't feel any embarrassed. But they know what they have to do going forward. So that's positive coming from him, from a person who got a red card over the weekend, but just encouraging the players, to move forward and go forward. Same applies to Cristiano also. He took out a statement saying that they are a team, they will fight for one another and they will soldier on. Same as De Gea. So a lot of positivity going around the camp, It seems like they have Ole is back on this one, We haven't heard anything negative from the players. Everything is just speculations based on people outside. But I would also say that Ole should be backed coming to this,
No, we are not debating
kind...
it. We are not debating
yes,
it now.
Yes.
I want us to give me the news, then we'll go to the debate. Shakes, any news that you picked up?
Not necessarily any news that I've picked up.
No problem.
Just to say that I think the fact that they haven't made an announcement right now about Ole Gunnar Solskjær tells you that they have confidence in him. They want to back him. The players seem to take responsibility, and they're not really blaming Ole Gunnar Solskjær for the result against Liverpool. So I think it's the couple of games that will tell that are coming up, which is a tough fixture for Man United, the likes of Tottenham, which they have next, and then they have Atalanta. They come back to Man City. I think this period will define him as a coach, whether he stays or not at Man United. I think this is what they've told themselves, that they're going to give him this time and not rush to fire him just because of the humiliation they got from Liverpool.
All right. Before I let you go, Shakes, because I know I need to let you go due to other commitments, I want to hear from you as a player. Tactically, do you think tactically Ole got it wrong in the few games that you watched?
I honestly don't understand how he is putting Pogba on a bench, a player like that, you know, and a player like Pogba, he goes to the national team, which is the best team in the world right now currently. They are winning the World Cup champions and the European champions as well. So, and that player brings a lot of influence when he's playing for France. Why can't he get the best out of a player like a Pogba, you know? And he's putting a player like that on the bench for, what's this boy's name in the middle? I understand he's a hard worker, but I think
the Brazilian guy.
Yeah, Fred.
Yes, the Brazilian. Yeah. Yes. I don't see how that player could be playing before Pogba, you know. But I also know that Pogba is a form player and he plays when he wants also. Solskjaer made a statement about him saying that Pogba plays when he wants. He doesn't wear his shirt up his sleeve. He's not a player who dies for the badge, you know. And that type of player you need the Man United team to get that machine rolling, because he's distributing the passes there. He's got that capability. You can see it when he's playing for France, you know, and sometimes when he wants to play for Man United. So I really think a coach that is experienced and a coach that the players can really submit to, if I can say so, you know. A coach like Ole Gunnar Solskjær, you know, he played with these players. He played with Ronaldo. It's difficult, you know, to handle an ego like Ronaldo. He is the best player in the world already. Other coaches struggle with dealing with a player like that. But then a Solskjær, who he played with, and Solskjær coming on as a substitute, he was coming as an impact player and he used to score goals for Man United when Ronaldo was playing. But Ronaldo is a too big a figure for the management of Ole Gunnar Solskjær, if I can say.
In your parting ways, because I'm releasing you now, Sepang will remain and finish. In the parting ways, you said, you as players, I'm referring to you now, you played at professional level. You respect a player who has won a lot. If that player becomes a coach, like Zinedine Zidane, like Jomo Sono, you know, players like that, you respect them. Of course, Dr. Kumalo, if Dr. Kumalo is at Chiefs, a lot of players were looking up to him. I want you to come from that angle before you leave. Then after that, then you can leave, Shakes. Thanks for being with us. I really appreciate it, so that you can attend the other appointment.
Yes, Pras Aubrey. Now 2 names have been handed out for the Man United job. If Ole they decide to let go of him, a coach like Conte and a coach like Zidane. If you would ask me for my view of who can be the coach of that team, I would Conte before Zidane. You know, Zidane has achieved a lot with Madrid, winning Champions League. But I think the mold of the team, it's important. You know, Zidane went to Madrid and there was a Ronaldo there who was at his peak and wanted to play for a player like Zidane because he respects what Zidane has done. You know, that's the mutual respect from 2 superstars, you know, and Ronaldo wanted to play for Zidane and all these other players, the Ramoses, wanted to play for Zidane because of what Zidane has achieved. I think more of Zidane's achievements and are more of the players really wanting to play for him, and the achievements that he has, he gains that respect more than the tactical aspect of the game, which is what I think is needed now at Man United. Man United need a coach like Conte, a coach now who will instill a certain philosophy in the team, you know, a certain discipline, And Man United are a team that has all the superstars. They need to be winning. They need to be competing in the league, and right now they are not. And I think Conte is the man to tick for them,
Conte
rather than Zidane.
Conte than Zidane.
Conte than Zidane for me right now.
Yeah.
Zidane, I expect him as a player and he's achieved a lot as a coach, but I think he's also smart enough. He looks very well which team he goes to because he knows his command a certain. I would actually go for him to go for PSG, Zidane.
Zidane. Now, before that, I'm going to release you now, Sheikhs, because you have to leave. But I want to say, remember we had Mourinho, who has won a lot, but he could not win it. But let me release you, Sheikhs, so that you don't mess up the other appointment. But thank you for giving us that contribution. I think it will be helpful. I think me and Sepang, so I wanted to know that I'm going to bring Sepang, that we have Mourinho, a guy who has won a lot. He could not bring any changes at Man United. But thank you, Sheikhs. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Mr. Sobre, and thank you, Sepang, leaving in the capable hands of Sepang to take over. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thanks, my brother. Much appreciated.
Thanks,
Sepang?
Yes, Mr. Shabalala.
Continue. As I was saying, just like Sheikh said, you need a coach with a bigger pedigree. Now I'm saying there was Mourinho. No one can say doesn't know Mourinho. In England, they know Mourinho. He's shown them what type of a coach he's calling, but he could not pull it at Man United. So I want you to argue from that perspective. Although I consider what Sheikh has said, that he would prefer Conte as compared to Zidane, although he thinks that Zidane may bring a lot of influence due to what he has achieved before. So I want to say we had Mourinho who was there, but he failed. We had Van Gaal who did well, he failed. So I want to hear from you, Tsepa.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Conte and Zidane, two different coaches. Conte is more of a coach that relies on his defense. We've seen it from when he was still in Chelsea and Inter Milan. If his defense is strong, because he normally plays with wing backs, so he'd have three defenders at the back, and then he would occupy the front line with two wing backs going forward, and then everyone needs to do the job going forward. So his main attributes are, if his defense is strong, and then going forward, it's already a done deal. So he's more of a defensive coach, whereby his defense, the play starts with the defense, then going forward at first. So he believes in his defense first. So with Zidane, it's different, because when he was still at Madrid, he had a lot of attacking players, a lot of skillful players, who could say. So yes, Mr. Sheikhs is right saying that he brings a lot of influence. So with him being there, and with the type of player that he was back in the day, so it was easy. It was easier for him to actually utilize the players that he had already within the squad in Madrid, and he knows how to fuse the players, and who not to play, who to play, and what type of football he wants the players to play, because they are more enjoying themselves, So he knows how to bring out the best in players, hence why the influence. So yeah, I could say either two coaches who, if they would come into the Man United camp, I think they'll bring in a lot of influence, because their coaching style, yes, is different, but the influence, I think it's something that Manchester United need right now, because Solskjaer, when it comes to the two coaches, he's totally different compared to the two, because we've seen it that when it comes to squad rotation or utilization within the squad, I don't think that's his strongest point at the moment. He hasn't gotten there yet, so he's kind of struggling when it comes to that.
Now, Tsepan, having said what we have said, because I want to come here. There are people in England, especially former players, who played with Ronaldo, or some of them just played for Man U. They think that Ronaldo's influence is bad. And some people are saying, Ronaldo in the dressing room, he doesn't conduct himself well. So they say that could be the problem. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong here. There's a guy who used to be a defender. Phil, no, not the brother. We have Phil Evans.
Phil Neville.
It's Phil Evans, and who else? The other one?
Gary Neville.
Yeah, apparently, I may be wrong on this one, if I'm not mistaken. Gary Neville apparently was questioning that, was it a good idea? All right. But here, I'm subjected to correction. But there are some old players who question that. But Gary Neville was not saying Ronaldo is a bad influence, but apparently they were questioning that his bringing in to Man United, it was going to bound to this. What's your take on that one? And still, I want to stress, I'm subjected to correction. I may be wrong on this one. I think I've seen something like that. Some people are arguing that way. And some people were saying, Ronaldo is not like Messi in the dressing room. You know, they were giving a portray or an image like he is, you know, like bulldozing. It was not coming in those terms, but it was giving that impression.
Yeah, I mean, wait, yeah, I could actually argue regarding that statement, because Ronaldo is a winner. He's got a winner's mentality. We all know that, and he shows it within the field of play that if things don't go well, he gets very frustrated. It's understandably we could actually give it to him. It's very understandable, you know. And if as a team you're not doing well, you're not playing well, then if one of you guys react some type of way, it's totally understandable, because you expect better results and from the team and players individually. With Ronaldo coming there, for me personally, it was a good buy. It was a good deal. I think everyone, well, we could say 80% of people actually were actually happy about that decision. You've got a player that can guarantee you 20 plus goals in a season. He's still fit. He plays like a 23, 25-year-old. He's still fit, fitter than most youngsters. He really puts in the work than many youngsters. So a player like that, you can't just ignore. He can still get the job done. So with a player like that, given the supply that he can get each and every game, you know that there's something positive that will come out of that certain player. So his influence is very big, and it should be big, you know. Even in the dressing room, I think when he talks, it's a matter of authority. He has earned that authority. We've seen it when they were playing the Euros, when they won the Euros in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. When he got stretched out, yes, he became injured in the final. But the influence he had within the players on the touchline when Portugal were playing that game, it gave them a huge boost. They even won the Euros. So you could tell that the man is a winner. He's a hard worker. So certain people can take it in a different way, but certain people can take it in a positive way, thinking that, but we need such a player in the team. So when it comes to people, it's more of a 50-50, but I actually strongly like his personality, you know, and the ego that he has within the field of play.
To add to what you have said, remember they said when he came in, Ole at some point requested him to motivate the players. Moreover, that you have a player like this guy, man, who's a striker, man. Youngster, menu.
Greenwood.
No, not Greenwood. The one who's got
Rashford.
Rashford. You know, Rashford has said it many times that Ronaldo is his favorite player of all time. Can you imagine if Ronaldo speaks to players like that and they are looking up to him a player like no man, what's the Gunda? No, it's not Gundagan. He was at Aston Villa. He was loaned to Aston Villa at some point. Then he came back. Is it Aston Villa? Lingard. A player like Lingard. Yes. We saw him while he was still very young, taking autobiography from Ronaldo. That's the influence that Ronaldo has on these players. So people also should look at that. Not only that, financially, but Ronaldo brings a lot. When Ronaldo comes in, the shirts, shoot off. Not only that, the attendance, remember we are from what you call the pandemic, where fans were not attending. Now, ever since Ronaldo came, the numbers are astonishing. Everywhere, wherever Man United goes, whether it's a home game or away game, the numbers have increased. So even commercially, he has brought something else. But that's the debate, people out there. And then we want to hear from you. What do you think? Do you think Ole will leave? If he's going to leave, who's going to replace him? Who do you think should replace him? And give us the reason why you say this one should replace him, not this one should replace him. And whoever is going to replace him, do you think will get the results as far as Man United is concerned? Another thing that I want to bring to your attention, remember that Alex Ferguson has a huge influence at Man United. And Alex Ferguson, it is alleged, is one of the people who spoke to him and Ferdinand, spoke to Ronaldo, who was about to sign with Man City. They spoke him out of signing with Man City to come to Man United. And we know how Ferguson speaks when it comes to Ronaldo. It's like Pep Guardiola when it comes to Messi. He doesn't mix his words. So, and Ronaldo has already indicated that brings it up. And we know the relationship between the two, Zidane and Ronaldo. So we're discussing this, guys, and then we'll hear from you what's your take. And then is it the problem not structural? That's another thing that you also look at. Remember, Man United, that is the team that has spent more money than any other team in England. All right. So they're expecting to reap what they've invested in that team. So that's it. I don't know, Sepan, whether you want to say something before we close the subject.
No, we'll see how it turns out. This matter has been trending for the past 3 days. So even now, it's actually still leading, still trending even now. So we're just hoping and to see how this matter will turn out. And yeah, we'll see maybe over the weekend how the results go and what decision is taken after that.
Let me ask this question before I leave. Do you think Ole is a bad coach?
No, he's not a bad coach, but I think maybe with the right support, he could actually go far. But he's not a bad coach. I mean, for Man United to be where they are right now, yeah, he has done well so far.
What is the bad? What is the good support and what is the bad support? They bought players for him.
Yeah,
so what support
comes from the board and the players. But mind you, one thing, players are able to sabotage a coach. Remember that. So we'll never know. Maybe we're speaking highly of these players, but the intentions were to sabotage the coach. So these things you could never know how they turn out. But if he has the players backing and the board, then I think he could take the team far.
Remember why I'm asking this question. David Moyes was there and he was written off. Now he has taken a team no one has ever thought, West Ham. They are doing well, and it looks like they will qualify for top 4. And David Moyes has been doing well with Everton. So that is why I'm asking a question. Is Ole a bad coach, according to you?
No, he's not a bad coach. As I said before, he's not a bad coach.
And then viewers out there, I still want to get, is Ole a bad coach? Or do you think who deserves to coach Man United? What about this theory that the Glazer brothers, they may keep him for one season? Because they said, we tried. We brought Mourinho. Short term, he left, nothing. We brought Van Gaal. They were just losing money. We bought Moyes. So why should this thing continue that way? There is anything that holds in that argument? Sepa? There is anything that holds in that argument?
Yeah, they've brought in a lot of big coaches, and the results didn't turn out the way they turned out. All Man United, I could say, players, they keep saying one thing. Yes, even last season they had a good season. They came out second, although they didn't win any trophies, but they were complaining about one thing, that they have a good squad, but all they need now is trophies within their camp. Those are the only things that are missing.
And who took them to number 2?
It was Ole. Ole took them to number 2.
Okay. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Thank you very much, Tsepang. It was a very good show. I really enjoyed. I know that I grabbed you within a scrap of your neck. You are not prepared to do this show, you and Shakes, but I really appreciate, guys, because I saw this trending. I said, let's run with it. Let's put our thought to it. Viewers out there, give what you think, and then we think that we have given you what we think. And remember, I always say we are not the most knowledgeable people out there. You may find that you are more knowledgeable than us. So maybe you can give us better analysis. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sepa.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated.